Here we are, we're going to do the grand tour of the Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas from top to bottom, back to front. So stay tuned, we're going to try to make it quick. Here we go. Alright, we're starting off at the bottom on the after the ship. This is the dining room, and this is actually the first morning ever they're open for paying guests. Good morning, although this is included in your cruise fare. Good morning. Just doing a quick video. Look at this beautiful kiosk here where they welcome you in. This is deck 3 of the dining room. We're at Coco Cay today, and this is a beautiful 3-level dining room. Opened it up again. Grand dining room. Alright, so deck 3, really the only thing there in the aft is the conference center and the dining room. And in the forward, we're going to show you another part of deck 3, and that is the lower level of music hall, and also that's where the medical center is. So let's check out deck 4 in the meantime. Besides the second level of the dining room on deck 4 is also home to Casino Royale, Royal Caribbean's player program, where you can earn instant rewards, free cruises, free play, and a lot more. And I have a separate detailed casino tour I will be doing, so we're going to do a very quick walkthrough. Now, one thing to note, the aft side of this whole casino is a smoking side, and that's here, and I'll show you the non-smoking side. So we're going to walk right through the smoking side real quick. And so this is the dividing line between the non-smoking and the smoking. So the smoking side is in the aft, the non-smoking side is more towards the forward. And to tell you the truth, if you're in the smoking and non-smoking side, you're still going to smell smoke from the smoking side, unfortunately. There's the high rollers room, and quick look at the casino. This is the bar in the center. This is in the non-smoking portion. It's really nice, but you can definitely smell smoke from the smoking side. So if you don't like to smell smoke, this is not the best setup for you. So we are on deck 4. Let's show you music hall now. And here is deck 4 of music hall. Beautiful venue. This is in the forward of the ship. And on the extreme forward of deck 4 is the Royal Theater. And deck 3 at the forward is the other entrance to music hall. And here is your forward elevator banks. So that is your deck 4 and deck 3. Let's go to the Royal Promenade now. Alright, so deck 5 features, we're at the front of the ship, the second level of the Royal Theater. And this is one of the entrances to the fitness center, all the way forward. Deck 5, you would come here and you make a quick right. You go through these little doors. There is a jogging track on deck 5, by the way. Which is, you can exit. And this is one of the entrances to the fitness center. You can also access the fitness center from deck 6. But there is the deck 5 jogging track. And this is in the forward of the ship, where the fitness center is. The fitness center, you can access that, or you can go up to deck 6 and then go over. But we're going to show you that in a few minutes. But right now, it's time for the Royal Promenade. And it is 7 o'clock in the morning, so it should be pretty quiet in here. Here is the Spotlight Karaoke. It's huge. It's a big venue, and they have overflow seating out here and seats there, so you can actually see it and hear it from the outside of the club. You got some shops here. Here's your Sorrentos, and look, notice above deck 6 you can circumnavigate the entire promenade from deck 6. More shops. This looks like more of a shopping mall. But anyway, let's get through here on deck 5 and show you some more of the Royal Promenade. There's your 1400 lobby bar, home of the 1400 drink. There is the new and improved Pearl I'm going to do a whole separate video on the Pearl itself. And one of the features of this Royal Promenade, it is so wide they had to use this as a structural feature to hold this whole ship open in the center. There's where you board. There is the pub. It's called the Thorn and the Thistle on this one. There's guest services, and in the back of the Pearl, this is some outdoor seating in shade. So one of the quiet areas you want to sit on deck 5, go behind the Pearl and you go outside. And then over here is a kiosk. Just like on Icon of the Seas, this is Shore Excursions Desk. And they don't have the individual kiosks like on some ships, right? They just have this desk. Wow, customer service, great. So this is your Shore Excursions Desk on deck 5, behind the Pearl, and where your hidden gem, quiet seating is out there for some beautiful views of the ocean. Here is your dog at the post. He's not peeing on the post, he's now riding a skateboard. Crown and Anchor desk is down here on deck 5, along with Next Cruise. So that is deck 5, more shops, and all the way to the aft of the ship, we are back to the upper level of the dining room. And that is deck 5 on Star of the Seas. We're going to start off our deck 6 tour with the Crown Lounge. We are at the front of the ship. So this is accessible for Diamond and Up members. Depends on the sailing though. This sailing, it's limited to Diamond Plus and Up because of the high number of Diamond, Diamond Plus, and Pinnacles. But let's take a look inside. Okay, once you use your card entry, you can see it's just like Icon of the Seas. You have your Diamond Concierge right here. And it's your typical Diamond Lounge. There's a bar here for evening. And here is this is breakfast. So this is your breakfast offerings. And they got coffee machines. And they got seating in the back. It's a nice little space for your snacks and, of course, coffees. All right, so I showed you the Crown Lounge to start deck 6, but we're going to jump to the back of the ship and work our way from back to front. So first thing we're going to do is the interior of the ship. So here we go on deck 6 in the back of the ship. All right, so in the back of the ship, there are 3 ways to go. There's a fork in the road. If you go straight, you go right out to the Surfside. If you go to the right, you go to the Adventure Ocean. And you go to the left, you go to the direction of Playmakers and Absolute Zero. Now, I really love the way they route the flow. Oh, here's the art gallery area, by the way. And there's a little shop here. But they do a really good job on Icon class routing the flow of traffic. But this is the only thing that I think is a problem, is they have to route everyone through Playmakers to get into Absolute Zero. So here is your Playmakers sports bar and arcade. But when there's a show coming out, it's a flood of people coming through here like a bottleneck, and then also coming in through here. So this is the only little bottleneck when they have flow of traffic, and this is Absolute Zero. This is a multi-use venue. They use it for the ice skating shows. They use it for laser tag, which I think they're doing laser tag right now. But anyway, just a quick look here at Absolute Zero. We'll show you that a little bit later, little scenes from the ice show. And so this looks like laser tag, the Rise of Poseidon. And they have the club Resolution here as well. And also here's the entrance to Social 20, which is the teen club. So coming up next, I'll show you some scenes from the ice skating show. So that's Absolute Zero. All right, let's now take the middle fork in the road on the aft of deck 6. This is the boardwalk reimagined. It's Surfside. Here you have some eateries. I'll show you here. They have the Pier 7 restaurant, which is what I had for dinner last night, and I'm going to have brunch. It is amazing. I recommend it. It's a small charge, but not bad at all. You can access the Surfside from deck 7 proper, or deck 6, or deck 8. So I told you, the flow of traffic is pretty good here. So even though we are on deck, we're doing the deck 6 tour, we're going to just show you the Surfside here. We're going to access it here. So this is technically part of 7, so sorry for being out of order. But this is the Surfside Eatery. This is a mini windjammer. Here is your carousel. They have Sugar Beach. They have an arcade. At night, the colors are really, really beautiful here. Beautiful colors. There's Towel Station. Here is a Sprinkles ice cream. And here is Pier 7. Right now it's not crowded because we're at Coco Cay, but here's one of your hacks. You can get your ice cream here, and guess what? You can come over here. This is the Surfside Bites with grab and go, and look at these unbelievable cookies with sprinkles. Oh my goodness. They have hamburgers. Is this just as good a hamburger as the Pier 7s? It's the same thing. Look at these. Oh wow, look at that. Chicken nuggets. I gotta get one of those cookies. And here we are, the revised splash pad. Oh, here's your drink station, by the way, and condiments. Here's your splash pad. It has been expanded somewhat to be targeted for kids up to 10 years old. Looks like they expanded it a little bit compared to what's on Icon. There's Pier 7. There is your lemon toast bar. Don't forget your signature cocktails here are amazing. And like I said, we're at Coco Cay, so there's no one here, but they have some interesting alcoholic beverages here. Oh wow, the Slice of Life, the Shade Tower, Shark Attack, the Escape Raft. So that's a quick look at your splash pad. And you see it has like an area where the parents can sit. You get little kids here. Parents can sit in here and watch their kids and have an adult beverage. So there is your Surfside on Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. I gotta get one of these cookies. So that's a little bit of information on Pier 7. Prices will vary. It's a little bit less for lunch, maybe $15, and I think dinner maybe 20 to 25, somewhere in there. But they have some appetizers. My best appetizers I recommend is the Pier 7 salad and the whipped ricotta and tomato crostini. Oh my goodness, very good. As far as the entrees go, I had the tenderloin, I had the chicken, the Korean fried chicken. They were both just okay. My wife loved the burger, but she got it plain. The seared ahi tuna, one of my friends got that. It looked okay. I'm not really sure what else I would get here. The California burger, if you got it all decked out, probably be pretty good. I liked the caramel waffles for the dessert, but I probably wouldn't get it again. I think next time I would get the warm toffee chocolate cake. The banana split looked good too, though. My friend got that. All right, let's go get a cookie. All right, so at Sweet Bites, you can get a confetti cookie and, or whatever. It's all complimentary. These are the churros. Churros. It's open at noon, so guess what? It's open now. It just opened. Grilled burgers. They look really good. Look at all these toppings. Hi, may I have a confetti cookie, please? One, just one, please. Looks like they're making food for display only. So this takes the place of the Boardwalk Doghouse. Look at this.
Yes, one, sir.
One, yes, thank you. Wow, thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. All right, I got a confetti cookie. They're very small. Oh, wow. I love it. These are really good. Here's a food hack. Get a couple of these in a cup. Go over there to Sprinkles. Put it all together and make yourself a good treat. All right, here's what I'm talking about. Some ice cream. Get some of these cookies in there. Mix it up. And you got a good time. I really like that ice cream hack. Really good. Really, really good. It hit the spot. All right, on with the tour. Let's go to finish deck 6. Let's move forward. All right, here we are on deck 6. There's so much to do on deck 6. You have the boleros. You have the schooner bar. This is the circumnavigation of the promenade on deck 6. You can see the pub below us. And there's Giovanni's Italian kitchen over there. And this is the Pearl Cafe up here. We're going to walk around the backside of the Pearl for deck 6. And the Pearl Cafe is open 24 hours a day. And it's got your place for specialty coffees. They also have free coffees on the far side to the right. During breakfast, they have the breakfast sandwich, steak, egg, and cheese sandwich. They have muffins. And during lunch, they have the barbecue chicken sandwich. And these are the usual suspects. Oreo cheesecake for dessert. Just about like Icon of the Seas. They have cookies, and then your free beverages are over here to the right. Free coffees, juices, waters. The specialty coffees are down over there. So that is the Pearl Cafe. And moving along here rapidly, and you see the Giovanni's Italian kitchen. And here is the comedy club, the attic, and the dueling pianos. And below you can see Spotlight Karaoke. And tonight we'll be seeing the comedians. And you know, I never made it to the comedy show on Icon, so this will be my first time actually going to a comedy show on Icon class. So this is the Attic Comedy Club. And then further towards the front is the Crown Lounge and the entrance to the fitness center over here to the right. So I'll just show you that. We'll wrap up deck 6. It's not well marked, but there it is. Straight down is the fitness center. There's your Crown Lounge, and there is the escape room. All the way forward on deck 6. So there you go. That is your view of deck 6 in complete fashion, including the Surfside, which kind of includes deck 7 here on Royal Caribbean, Star of the Seas. On with the tour. Bonus coverage here. This is how you get to the gangway and also down to the casino. You take these escalators, and the casino goes to the left on deck 4. And go to the right. There's another set of escalators that goes down to go to the gangway. But right now, on with the tour. All right, we are now touring deck 8. And as we said before, there is access to the Surfside from deck 8. And we've already showed you the Surfside. So going forward on the ship, we have Central Park. So let me give you a nice tour of Central Park. There's a few features here. One is brand new to any Icon class ship. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But for now, this is the place I would like to go tonight, but I got 2 shows. But the Lou's Jazz and Blues is a great place for drinks
It's sort of like a speakeasy. They got classic jazz, 1940s, 50s jazz. You have real vegetation here in Central Park. You have your shops. Look at the nice colors of all these Central Park view balconies. They're all infinite balconies. And here you have the included option of the Park Cafe. It's a beautiful, warm day here. Look at the beautiful vegetation. It's all real. There is the Pearl inside, and I'll show you there's an access to shortcut to the promenade and deck 6. This is the Park Cafe, home of the Kummelwick roast beef sandwich. And here is a secret entrance to the Royal Promenade. You can actually access from deck 8 in the center of the Central Park all the way down to deck 4 by the entrance here. There are stairs that go down to deck 6, and then you go to the promenade, and then you go to the casino and all that stuff. Here is Izumi in the park. They have the sushi and ice cream walk-up window. The ice cream is the bubble cone. And anyway, this is the icons of the icons class. They have different things here, but this is the icon of the Star of the Seas. It's these little people with globes on their heads. I saw one in Central Park. I saw one in Surfside. Here's the one in Central Park. There's probably 4 or 5 of these around, but there's one of these in Surfside I saw. So this is Izumi in the park. They got Izumi hibachi as well, and sushi. Here is your trellis bar, where your living walls are. And here is Chop's Grill. There is Izumi sushi and hibachi. And right off of Central Park, here is your Lincoln Park Supper Club. So this is where it is. This is the specialty dining. It's $200 a person plus 18% gratuities. So it's right off of Central Park. It's not in Central Park. So if I had previously said it was in Central Park, my apologies. But it is in a different location than Icon. And in this particular case, it's on the same level as Central Park. So that is your Deck 8 tour on Star of the Seas. By the way, the Chops Grill, this is the place for breakfast for Pinnacle Club members. So there is your Central Park tour. Now we're going to check out the upper decks, including the pool decks, Thrill Island, Chill Island, Cloud 17, and all of the above. So that's coming up next. One other thing to note here in Central Park is bubbles. Just like they have on Icon of the Seas, you can get champagne by the glass. And that pretty much wraps up Deck 8 on Star of the Seas. All right, so we did Deck 8. Decks 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14 have nothing but staterooms, except on the forward of 14, we have the Vitality at Sea Spa, also known as the Vitality Spa. And this is where your Vitality Cafe is. Yes, indeed. You can actually get mimosas here. They have champagne you can get here. You can get a muscle-building champagne drink. Just kidding. So they have champagne, $8 to $24 a glass. Moet Chandon, $24 for one glass? Oh my gosh. Interesting. But you can get your proteins here, mimosas, and also specialty coffees. So that is on Deck 14, and then you have the spa. Let's move on up to the next deck. It's going to be the pool decks. Okay, we are at deck 15 in the forward. And you know, on the Star of the Seas and Icon, forward is where the action is at, especially on the upper decks. And let's start off with the Aquadome market. Here at the Aquadome market, they have 5 different options. The two new options here are La Cocinita, which is a South American flair with empanadas, arepas, Cuban sandwiches. The Feta Mediterranean is still the same as before. It's amazing. Pig out barbecue, it's Mai Tai Asian, and Crepe de la Crepe. It's got the same stuff here at the Crepe de la Crepe. And we ate here for lunch today, and it was really good. Actually, truth be told, I had one of everything. My favorite thing here is the vegetable pad thai with the beef hamang curry. It's so good. I had the pig out barbecue. I had the brisket in a sandwich, and this pulled pork and brisket, you can get it in a sandwich or with mac and cheese. The brisket sandwich was pretty good. I'd say pretty good. There's the Feta Mediterranean, and they have the stuff all chopped up, ready to go. Chicken and pork, rice. My wife got this all in a salad. You get all your stuff, and you can just make a big salad out of it. And there are the skewers of chicken and pork. Here's La Cocinita. I had one of these today, the arepas. I don't like them. They're not that good. The empanadas are really good. There's a beef, and there's a chicken and cheese, and there is a spinach and cheese empanada. So chicken empanada and the spinach and cheese empanada. And you can get little sides, coleslaw, and things like that. There's a Cuban sandwich, nothing to write home about. And then I love these drinks right here. In the can, a painkiller in a can. Love it. And your drink package works here. And so that is the Aquadome market. It's open, oh gosh, it's open late. That's all I can say. It's open late. Deck 15 forward, people are already lining up for the Aqua Show Theater. They're doing rehearsals right now. This is the show they have called Pork. Here is your bling store. And let me tell you, the show, well, I didn't care for it. It's really a lot of noise. Bring your earplugs. I mean, they do a great job. Don't get me wrong, the actors and the performers are amazing. I just didn't care for the show. It was better on Icon. They did more aerial stunts and more stuff. This was a lot of splashing in the water. Here is one of my favorite places, the Rye and Bean Coffee Bar, or Coffee Bar based alcohol. So lots of coffee-based alcoholic drinks. That is the Rye and the Bean. And this is the hidden gem for the evening, the Overlook. It's got a different vibe in the night versus the day. It is all climate controlled. It is sort of in place of the solarium on the other Oasis class ships. These aquariums light up at night. It's just got a really cool vibe. There's a bar here, and then they have those pods up there for privacy. So that is your Overlook. All right, so what do these pods look like? There's two of them up here. I think it seems like the Icon had more. It says two of them. So there's a couple down here on the ground floor, but the elevated pods, there's a couple of them. I'm surprised they don't charge. This is what they look like. But that's all they are. The same thing as the ones downstairs here. Just little sitting areas. Nothing special, but like I said, I'm surprised they don't charge for these things. Okay, so over here on your port side is Hooked Seafood Restaurant. It is a specialty restaurant. And if you are lucky enough to sit here at dinner, right here, you can enjoy the show. And they can dive all the way from 20 meters up. They only have one of those dives during this show, by the way. But hooked seafood is additional charge. And if you like lobster, I guess it's good. Not my cup of tea, though. All right. Okay, I just had to speak to the Executive Vice President of Restaurant Operations, Dominique Gamba, and he was telling me about the Vitality Cafe because I told him I just had a protein drink. He asked me what I was doing for dinner. He invited me to the Lincoln Park Supper Club, but I said I'm full. So there's the Bling store. So that is your deck 15 forward. Anyway, he told me they added a Vitality Cafe on Utopia of the Seas over in the karaoke section. So a lot of people complained and they listened, and they now have a Vitality Cafe on Utopia at the karaoke place. So I'm going to show you that next weekend when I'll be on the ship. Now let's go over to Chill. Oh my goodness, Chill Island. All right, so deck 15. There we go. On Icon, they have a diver. Here they have a lady just kind of sitting here on her surfboard, looking out. But this is a bird's eye view of Central Park all the way up here from deck 15. As you can see above, Swim and Tonic is adults only. But anyway, let's check out deck 15. Let's start on this side. Here's your ping pong tables on the port side. They got 3 ping pong tables. Kids are abusing them, I can see. And like I said earlier, or in one of my other videos, that Star of the Seas has one more hot tub than Icon. I have not identified which is the extra one. This could be it right here. This could be the extra hot tub. So on deck 15, you have the Lime and the Coconut. It is a 2-story venue. And here they have these tucked away little areas. You can see here. So that hot tub we just saw, that could be the extra hot tub Star has. Here is a pool. On the port side, they have some water off to the sides, not along the middle like you would see on other ships. But over here off to the side is a small infinity pool. On my live stream is where I showed you the Royal Pool, the world's largest pool. And you can see a bird's eye view of the Lime and the Coconut here. It's 2-story, but one side of the bar is there, the other side is over there, and there's the slide that goes from 16 to 15. Make sure you don't wear shoes on those or Crocs because they stick to the sides. And there's a bird's eye view. And that's the Royal Pool, the world's largest pool at sea. And later we'll show you the Swim and Tonic, the world's largest swim-up bar. As we make our way to the aft, on the port side, this is where your El Loco Fresh is. This is all part of Chill Island, by the way, one of the 8 neighborhoods. I guess 9 if you want to count the Royal Suites. And you can go through the flow of traffic up there. You can go up to deck 16 and Chill Island. And you can see above us Cloud 17, which is weird on this ship. The way the layout is, they don't have a deck 16 on the starboard side because of the balancing out of the pool. Here they do. Anyway, we'll cover that here next. But there is the Royal Pool, and that is deck 15, and we go inside and we shall see that will be where the Windjammer is. Let's go in here real quick, and I have a separate tour of the Windjammer I will do. So deck 15 aft, that is your Windjammer. We'll cover that in a separate tour. All right, let's go up. Bonus coverage of Giovanni's Italian Kitchen. These are some of the ocean view tables that you get. So you get a window seat here. You get nice ocean views with these big glass windows, and that's overlooking the secret relaxation area. So that is Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, or you can choose to people watch and sit over here. You can just order a pizza from the bar. You don't have to pay the full price for the full menu, just get some small bites. They got a small bites menu, and you can sit here and people watch. So that is your Giovanni's Italian Kitchen in depth. Now, as I have mentioned, the Star of the Seas has 10 hot tubs, which is one more than Icon of the Seas, and I have solved the mystery. Here is the 10th hot tub. This hot tub is not present on Icon of the Seas. On Icon, this is all seating, cushy seating next to the lime and the coconut. It's before the entrance to the Aquadome. But here they put a hot tub right there between the lime and the coconut and the Aquadome. So mystery solved. That is your 10th hot tub. All right, we are now on deck 16 as part of our tour on Star of the Seas. We're going to start off in the aft of the ship. And the first thing we're going to show is Coastal Kitchen. It is for suites and Pinnacle guests only. But I have Pinnacle membership, so you come in, there's your host here, your suites concierges are here. Good, thank you. And they have part of the suites lounge, there's little seats under here, but this is the Coastal Kitchen with 2 stories. And here is your bar, and much more of the suites lounge seating is back here. And you have your typical breakfast items, exactly like the Diamond Lounge or Crown Lounge, they call it. And I'm going to confirm right now, yes, the same stuff, including my wife's favorite. I did not see that in the Windjammer this morning. And of course, your coffee machine. So that is your Crown, your Coastal Kitchen Suites Lounge. And let's move forward on the ship. I'm sorry, let's move backward on the ship. This is the forward of the ship, deck 16. So now let's move to the back. All right, so moving aft on the ship, you have a portion of the Chill Island. It's only on the port side. There is no deck 15 outer deck, deck 16 outer deck on the starboard side. So we're on deck 16. So deck 16 is absent from the one side, and over here on the port side is the Swim and Tonic, world's largest swim-up bar, and it is welcome for guests 18 and older only. If you don't believe me, there it is. You have a little hot tub, some in-water loungers, and there is the world's largest swim-up bar. Looks very similar to Icon. I don't know exactly if it has that exact setup, but that is your Swim and Tonic. And it's 9:19 in the morning, but of course it's 5 o'clock somewhere. And this deck 16 is where you have your casitas and the upper level of the lime and the coconut bar, which here in the center is got the frozen slushy drinks. Here is the slide that goes down, and the green light tells you it's clear. But do not wear shoes in this because you'll get your foot caught and you'll hurt your ankle. So here is the lime and the coconut on the upper level. It's actually a 3-level lime and the coconut because I see above us which is Cloud 17. There's another portion of it there. So it's actually 3 levels. The lime and the coconut. And here's your frozen slushies. There's plenty of seating here. No shade. So be aware of that. Our band will set up here. There's a look at the Royal Pool, the world's largest pool at sea. And they're doing a class. Can you zoom in the water? So deck 16 is also in the aft of the ship, the home of Thrill Island, one of the 8 neighborhoods. You can go inside to the elevator banks, or you can continue out here. So once you enter Thrill Island, you have such features as the Crown's Edge, which is an upcharge, and it's a zip line obstacle course. You have the world's tallest rock climbing wall at sea, and I don't know if I'm brave enough to conquer that, but I did the 40-foot wall on Wonder of the Seas. There's a video of that. I did it in time lapse, but this time I'm going to do it in real time to show the struggle is real. Look at that. Looks like a beginner, intermediate, and an advanced course. So I might have to try, I don't know. It's like there's even an intermediate bell to ring. And then you go all the way up there. I don't know. That's going to be tough. All right, so moving on, here is the base camp. Base camp is complimentary food, tater tots, burgers, pretzels, bites, and etc., etc. There's a bar over here for the parents, and then the golf course. We have the miniature golf course over here. And I need to play this because I have not done the one on Icon yet, which is very similar to this, and I'll do this one. So I'm about to show you the adult-only area called the Hideaway with the amazing infinity pool. Here we go. All right, here is the Hideaway. Adults only. It is open to 18 and older only. Here's your hot tubs. Here is your infinity pool. Right now they got music piped in, but they have a DJ setting up here later to play the South Party vibes. And there is a look at your infinity pool, and those beds are available for rent, just like they have beach beds over there at the Hideaway Bar. And so that is the Hideaway Bar, all part of the deck 16. Technically this could be deck 15, but you access it from deck 16. Part of Thrill Island, and this is actually the party place. All right, I'm going to show you the flow rider next, and the Category 6 water park. And here is your flow rider. Right now they got a private session for Star Class. And let's go check out the Category 6 water park. Here is your Category 6 water park. You have entrance to the Frightening Bolt, which is closed right now. That is the one where had the incident on the Icon, but you have 2 mat racers. Then they have the 2 of the inner tube, family raft tube slides. And they have the yellow slide where people come straight down. And that's that one right in there. So that is your Category 6 water park. It rivals any water park on land. It's really good. But right now the Frightening Bolt is closed temporarily till they can come up with a solution to the incident that happened on Icon. The plexiglass broke. Injured a guest. Not serious. My favorite rides are the Hurricane Hunter and the Storm Surge. That's where you get in the rafts. Then I love that they have a towel station right here at the entrance. So that is your deck 16 in total, because on this side of the ship there is no deck 16. You go down to deck 15. So that means we are done with deck 16. We're going to now move on to deck 17. Okay, so on deck 17, you have the sports court on the aft, and you have Cloud 17, which is, this is where your smoking area is. So this first part, when you come out, this is all the smoking area. And here is your Cloud 17. There's a hot tub or two up here. And that's basically deck 17, Cloud 17, and there's another portion of the lime and the coconut bar. So moving forward on deck 17, Cloud 17, you have a shower adjacent to one of the hot tubs. Actually, the hot tub on Cloud 17. Lots of seating up here, no shade, no umbrellas, unless you go underneath a covered area near the bar. And here is level 3 of the lime and the coconut, conveniently situated next to one of the little plunge pools here on deck 17. So very convenient with your pool and your bar like right next to each other. And you can see there's a list of signature drinks. The painkiller is really good. I just wish they would use the coconut cream. They use the syrups now, but that's what it is. But here is your bar. There's a towel station, and the pool is very nice. But like I said, there's not much shade up here. And then moving forward on deck 17, we will show you the remainder of this deck. There's a convenient entrance to some of the suites right here on this door. Or you can go into the left and go into deck 17 to the elevator banks. So we're going to go inside right now and show you what's next. So as we enter deck 17, the only thing really here in the front of the ship on deck 17 is the second floor of the coastal kitchen. And here's one of the wayfinders showing you how on deck 17, it's absent on one side of the ship because of the way they have to do the weight. All right, so on deck 18, in the forward of the ship, we have the Grove Suites Sun Deck. This is for access for Sky and Star Class Suites guests, as well as Pinnacle Club members. And it's early in the morning, so it's not quite open yet. They are setting up for lunch. They have a lunch spread here from 11 a.m. till about 3 or so p.m. There is the bar. Lots of cushy seatings. There's not a lot of shade here unless you sit underneath the main entrance, but you can find some places when depending on the sun angle. Here is a hot tub, and it's always open. There are towels, and there's a little plunge pool over here, but the seating wraps all the way around both sides. Plenty of seating out here, and here you can get your premium ice cream bar and your all-day snacks, and of course, your bar conveniently located here. All right, well, I hope you liked my full ship tour of the Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas, the world's newest and largest cruise ship, actually tied with Icon. And I hope you give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribing, please subscribe for much more coming from another Royal Caribbean cruise ship near you. Welcome to my wonderful... Well, thank you for watching my full ship tour of Star of the Seas. Oh, this is annoying. So here we go. Put my protein drink on.